right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy, and it is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, to all the fathers that are going to be, or to your dad if you're not a father, to your father. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. And man, what crazy weekend of baseball, winning, losing. People that aren't supposed to win are winning. People are winning off of uh ninth inning home runs and going into extra innings, and it was just a crazy weekend. But we're going to talk about these are the picks for Father's Day, June 21st. So let's jump into those really quick. So if you're watching, please like the video. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do that, go ahead and turn on notifications. That way, every time I put out a video, you get notified. So let's get into this. We'll run through this quick so you can enjoy your day. We got the Padres at Texas. Giolito pitching for the Padres, 4.56 ERA. He's lost his last three games, or they've lost his last three starts. They lost to St. Louis, Cincinnati, and Philly, but they have won two in a row. Not good for the Rangers, except for the fact that we've got our guy now who comes in and stops the bleeding for us every time Evaldi's pitching. 4.23 ERA. He did win his last start. He stopped the bleeding on a Sunday against the Red Sox, and I have a feeling he's going to do that again. He's actually won two of his last three games, or the Rangers have won two of his last three games against Boston and St. Louis. So we're going to go with the Evaldi. Rangers are favored. Evaldi's had a few, rough starts recently, but he had a pretty good one two starts ago to stop the bleeding against Boston. Let's say we do it again on Father's Day. Texas Rangers win for me. I appreciate that. So let's see if we adjust this camera a little bit there. There we go. Reds and the Yankees. Reds pitching their great ace and rookie Burns, 2.01 ERA, won two in a row, won four of his last five starts. They actually won against the Yankees yesterday. It was a close one. They played a couple of close games against the Yankees. Yankees are pitching cold tomorrow, 2.57 ERA. His last two starts, he's only given up two runs. Won his last two starts and three of his last four starts. In the rubber match here, let's see who's going to take the series. I'm going to go with the Yankees to pull that off. They're only a slight favorite, so which is a good time. If you bet either one of them, you can almost double your money there. But if you want to pick the Yankees, here's a good time to pick them, and for a good price too. So let's see. This has been a tough one. The Brewers and the Braves. The Braves have actually won the last two games. Brewers are pitching Gasser tomorrow. Today. 4.88 ERA. Won his last start, but they lost the four prior. He lost to the A's, the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Twins. So he's been having a rough outing prior to his last win. They have lost three in a row as well. The Braves pitching Elder, 3.15 ERA. They've lost his last start, but they did win three of the four prior to that. So the good thing for the Braves is yesterday they were down at the bottom of the ninth, and they hit a home run, walk it off. So they've won two in a row. You know what? They've earned it. Let's give them the sweep for today. Good price too. You don't see this price for the Braves often this low, minus 115. Good price there. Get your money's worth. White Sox and the Tigers. White Sox pitching Martin, 3.31 ERA. Lost his last start, but he had won three of his last. They did win three of his last four starts, but they have lost two in a row. The White Sox had come into this series, I thought, on a little upswing. Apparently, it wasn't upswinging enough. Tigers pitching Montero, 3.67 ERA. They did lose his last start, and they lost four of his last five starts. This is like two pitchers that are struggling and two teams that are, actually, the White Sox have a pretty good record there. But the Tigers have won two in a row. We're going to go Tigers with the sweep again. Sorry, I meant like another sweep going on. They don't sweep a whole lot of games. Giants and the Marlins. Giants pitching Webb tomorrow, 3.46 ERA. His last two starts, 8 innings, 1 run in both. That's pretty impressive there. They did lose three of his last four starts, and they have lost two in a row. What's up with that, Giants? They are favored to win this tomorrow, though, or today. Marlins pitching Gusto, 7.24 ERA. Lost his last start, but won three of his last four. They've actually won three in a row. But you know what? If anybody's going to come in, stop the bleeding, uh, don't get swept in the series, we're going Giants to do that tomorrow or today. I keep saying tomorrow, sorry. Nationals and the Rays. Nationals pitching Alvarez, 3.49 ERA, won his last two starts and three of his last five starts. They've actually won one in a row here, so good for them. The Rays, they've split with the Rays right now. Rays pitching Martinez, 2.60 ERA, lost his last start, but won three of his last four. They lost yesterday, so they've lost one in a row. But we're gonna go in the rubber match, Tampa Bay, to take the series. Guardians and the Astros. Guardians pitching Saccone, 4.60 ERA. Lost his last three starts, but he lost to Milwaukee and the Yankees twice. So I guess if you're going to lose to some teams, those are the teams you should lose to, as opposed to losing to the Astros. So we'll see about that. They have won one in a row. They did win today, but they've split the weekend with the Astros as well. Astros pitching Tang, 4.31 ERA, lost his last four starts to Detroit, the Angels, the Pirates, and Milwaukee. So a couple of good teams there. They lost one in a row because they've split this. We're going to go Guardians to win the rubber match and take the series. Cardinals and the Royals. Cardinals pitching May tomorrow, 3.75 ERA. His last two starts, 9 innings, no runs, 6 innings, no runs. Won his last two starts. He beat San Diego and the Mets. But the Cardinals are in a little free fall there, losing three in a row. Royals pitching Kolick, 2.68 ERA. He's got some good starts too. 7 innings, no runs, 5 innings, 2 runs. They've won his last two starts. He beat Texas, Houston, and Texas. Um, three, they've won three in a row. Do we go? Yes, we do. So Cardinals are favored, but we are going Royals. They deserve to get the nod from this show. It says you're going to sweep the series today. So go Royals. Blue Jays and the Cubs. Blue Jays pitching Cease, 2.71 ERA. Won two of his last games. His last two starts, he actually had 5 innings, no run, 6 innings, 1 run. That's really good. Won those last two starts, beat Boston and Philly. They've won four of their last five games, and they did win yesterday. The Cubs spanked them on Friday. Uh, Blue Jays came back. They were down, but came back, took the lead late on a home run, and won the game. Cubs are pitching Imanaga, 4.26 ERA, won his last start and two of his last three. He beat Colorado on the A's. But they did lose yesterday in the rubber match. We're going Toronto, and they're only a slight favorite. I think the Cubs are like minus 108 or 102. So even MLB is like, yeah, I mean, even Vegas is like, yeah, we don't know, but get some good money there on payoff for Toronto winning the game. Pirates and the Rockies. Pirates pitching Jones tomorrow, 6.23 ERA. Lost his last start, but he did win the three prior. He beat the Dodgers, Houston, and Minnesota. So pretty good teams there. But the Pirates have lost two in a row, including Paul Skeens lost yesterday. They've lost two games. So usually when you look at Colorado, they're winning. They're scoring a lot of runs in the game. They've won. I think it was 2-1 and 4-3 or something like that, or 3-2. Close games. So which is really weird to see with Colorado, but that's what good teams do is win close games. Colorado is pitching Lorenzen, 7.13 ERA, but his last two starts were pretty good. 5 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 1 run. They lost his last start and three of his last five, but they have won two in a row. So once again, Colorado has also earned from this show to say Colorado is sweeping the series today, even though Pittsburgh's favorite, so it's even better. An underdog pick. Colorado will take it. This game actually might be the higher scoring of the games. I don't think the other two have gone over 6 runs. This one will probably hit 11, maybe 14 runs today. Twins and the Diamondbacks. Twins are pitching Paredes, 4.20 ERA. Won his last start. He beat Texas and Detroit. They have won four of their last five games, and they've won one in a row. They did lose to Arizona, and then 2 nights ago, and they won yesterday. Diamondbacks pitching Cabrera. From what I can tell, it's his first start. So that's an interesting one there. So for that reason, we're going to go Twins as the dog to win. They just have the better pitching. We'll see. The hitting may be different once the starting pitchers go out, but better pitching nod goes to the Twins for right now. Angels and the A's. Angels pitching Detmers, 3.68 ERA. He's got two good starts, 7 innings, no runs, 7 innings, 1 run. They won both those starts and four of his last five starts. They did win yesterday. A's pitching Perkins, 6.15 ERA. He's lost his last start and three of his last four starts. They've only won two of their last five games, and they lost yesterday. So we're going to stick with the Angels as the dog. Now, this is another park where tons of runs are scored. Uh, that 9.5 could get knocked out of the water there. But we're going Angels to win as the underdog. But they got the better pitching. So Orioles and the Dodgers. This has been a shocker here. Orioles pitching young, 3.18 ERA. Lost his last start, but won the four prior. They beat Seattle, Toronto, and Detroit during that streak. They did win yesterday. Dodgers pitching Sheehan, 4.76 ERA. They've lost his last three starts. He lost to the White Sox, the Angels, and the Diamondbacks. And I will say this: I've seen the Dodgers in the last couple of weeks struggle, against certain teams. They've lost one in a row. They did lose yesterday in a close game. Well, you know what? We're going to give the nod. Uh, Oriole. Wait, is that right? I got to look that up. I feel like that's not right. I mean, I've only been wrong a few times, so yeah, it's not right. The Dodgers are minus 238. But you know what? Let's give it to the Orioles and say on a Sunday they're going to take care of business tomorrow and take care of the Dodgers on Father's Day. Red Sox pitching total 2.93 ERA, lost two starts, lost his last two, lost four of his last five, but they have won two in a row. Um, Mariners pitching Gilbert 3.43 ERA. They've won five starts, his last five starts. He beat Baltimore, the Mets, the A's, and Kansas City during that time, but they have lost two in a row. Boston came into this series doing poorly. Mariners came into this series doing great, and they flipped it. Boston is beating them two in a row. But we're gonna Seattle rights the ship today. They do not get swept. And 136 minus 136 at home. That's a decent one there. And it's a low scoring game. Seattle does not score a ton of runs, and their games do not have a lot of runs either. So, what if we go the under 6.5? Sound that sound? I had to go look at the Orioles real quick here. Let's see. Okay, they split. They were close games. They had lost. Orioles lost 6-5, and then they won 3-2. So it's a pretty close game. So we're going to say Orioles win there. Last game, Mets and the Phillies. Mets pitching Peterson 5.91 ERA. Lost his last two starts and three of his last four starts. They've lost one in a row. The Phillies put a beat down on them yesterday. So Phillies pitching Wheeler, their main guy, 2.01 ERA. Last two starts, 6 innings, no runs, 6 innings, one run. Won his last start and three of his last four. They've won three of their last five games. They won yesterday, and the Phillies, as a huge favorite, take the win today. So those are your picks for Father's Day, June 21st. Hope everyone has a great day. If you're a dad, happy Father's Day to you. Uh, Even the dads to be. And if you just have a dad, happy Father's Day to him too. So let's see. Let's run through them real quick. See, we got a couple of favorites. Obviously, Texas, the Yankees, Braves. These are going to be tough games, though. Tampa Bay. Um, yeah, but there's a lot of underdogs here. This is the long shot, right? The longest shot is the Orioles beating the Dodgers. I'm not saying it can't happen. But you never know. It could. You got Seattle and Philly are the favorites that you could probably put on a parlay there. But some underdogs, Angels, Twins, Rockies, Blue Jays are a favorite that I like. Kansas City, and yeah, so those are some good ones there. Maybe you can parlay some of those together, or you just say, you know what, I'm gonna make a ton of money. I'll just pick them all separate. I'm gonna see if we can win 15 of these games in a row. So let's see how that goes. So hopefully everyone has a great weekend. Hope you have a great day today. Hope you have a great start to your week as well. And maybe you're watching some soccer. If you are, hopefully good luck to them. Oh, shout out to the Team USA. Yeah, that was a great win on Friday. Already advanced into the knockout round. So this next game against Turkey should be have no meaning for us, which is good. But like the video, and if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do decide to bet on baseball during Father's Day, I hope you win a ton more money, especially if you're a father. So good luck, guys. Have a good one.